All right. Welcome to episode 56 of The Future Belongs to Creators. We are trying something a little bit different today, and that is it's really just new streaming software. We have this huge announcement that we have switched streaming software. That's the announcement.
That's it.
That's what we have going on. I'm so glad that you could be here. Actually, that wraps up the episode. That was all we needed to talk about. So anyway, now, of course, that's not the case. Of course, that's not the case. Barrett, you're here. Welcome. How you doing today?
Thank you. Great. We have a bunch of new listeners today, so I guess we better just make sure everyone knows what's going on. First, we always check in with the little red, yellow, green. Red, yellow, green's our system for checking in internally. It comes from our coaching organization, Reboot, that we work with all of our execs. And today, I would say I am green. I had a really great Father's Day yesterday. My first Father's Day.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I gave myself a round of applause there.
That is the most Barrett Brooks thing that could ever happen.
No, but really though, I think I like Father's Day better than my birthday. You don't your birthday like you were just born. And I mean, on some level, on Father's Day, you just had a kid. And so it's not that big of a deal, but it feels like being a dad is a thing I'm trying to do intentionally and trying to do well. And yeah, it was really enjoyable. I did some yard work, got out in the sun. It's beautiful here finally. I think we're past our what we call January, which is like January, but in June. Get it?
Yeah. Oh, you have had your dad joke credentials since you were like 17. So
oh Lord. So I'm good. It's I'm excited to make this announcement today. I think some people have already gotten wind of it, but we're gonna act like no one knows anyways. How you doing?
I'm good. There were some things going around this morning that put me maybe yellow for a little bit of the day, just some busyness, but it's beautiful weather. Also had a great Father's Day. Side note, I tried a new recipe for smoking ribs. Should have just stuck with the original,
But you would not have known that had you not tried it.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, should we just tell people what we're working on?
Yes.
And by that, I mean play a video.
Yes, I have a certified dad joke routine now, and that is what today is going to be.
Oh, man. Okay. Well...
Yes, let's tell everyone.
All right. I'm going to push this button on my computer, and it's supposed to play a video, and we'll see if this works. So here we go. I remember the moment that I made my first sale. I've been working on my ebook for 6-8 months or so. I got it all together. I hit send on the email, and then I waited. And then the first sale came in, and I actually still remember who it was. And it's just such a special moment as a creator to have those dollars coming in. That showed me that it's actually possible to earn a living as a creator. Every creator that I talk to remembers that first sale and that first dollar. It's just such a special experience. I started ConvertKit with a mission to help creators earn a living. We've always done that through email. But now we're taking it one step further, where we're actually going to let people sell digital products directly on ConvertKit. And we're pretty excited about it. It's a totally new feature. We've been working on it behind the scenes for a long time now. And like everything that we do, it's designed especially for creators. We're looking for creators who are already selling digital products and want to launch their next product. Or if you're just getting started in selling your first product, I think it's going to be a great fit. If you want to be one of the first to get access to it, go ahead and join the waitlist. The first invites will start to go out on July 15th, and I can't wait to show it to you. All right. So that's it. We're building a commerce product. Another round of applause from Barrett Brooks.
For myself.
Normally we would be on stage at Craft and Commerce. We would be, there'd be 400 of our closest friends in the room, all of that. But instead, we are in a virtual world with a few hundred of our really good friends. It's fun to see a ton of people tune in. So, yeah. You can join the waitlist at convertkit.com/commerce. That's up on screen right now. We'd love to see you there. And, Barrett, we've been working on this for a long time. So what do you think?
We have. Well, first of all, I know we've been a little bit joking around. We're kind of hyped today. It's a really exciting day. It was a sad weekend in a way because it should have been Craft and Commerce 2020 our fourth Craft and Commerce ever. We had a great speaker lineup, a great program planned, and we made the responsible decision to cancel it. And so coming into today, it's like, well, this is the next best thing to being able to announce it live. Here's why I think it matters so much. Our mission has always been to help creators earn a living. And without a doubt, that's right. The plaque we give to every teammate who joins and is sitting on everyone's desks, it says, we exist to help creators earn a living. And email, without a doubt, is the most important kind of connecting tissue in that whole journey of a creator going from just getting started to earning a full-time living. It's the way to own your relationship with your audience. It turns casual readers into fans, casual viewers into fans. But we've never been able to help people actually earn dollars directly. You've always had to use an integration with one of our great partners who we've always valued, will continue to value. Those integrations aren't going anywhere. But being able to sell products directly in ConvertKit, I think, is going to create a very seamless experience, and something that a lot of creators are going to benefit from, especially people. Like, the thing that we always have to remember is we're embedded in this universe of creators that's always existed in our minds, but there are so many more people who will get started from here on out than have gotten started to date. And I'm really excited for all of our customers to use it, and I'm really excited about all the people who will get started because this exists inside ConvertKit.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you think about, like our mission of helping creators earn a living, if there's 3 steps, we started with step 2 of like use email to build a great relationship with your customers, with your fans. And then we went and, in the last year, we've done step 1, which is, grow your list, right? Really easy landing pages and forms and make that happen. And like the easiest way to launch your next creative project. And so now that that's done, well, it's not done. It's never done. Software is never done. Surprise. But now we're going to step 3, which is actually selling products. And you all have seen so much of that come in over time, right? Of, no matter what platform you sell on, all of your reporting is now inside ConvertKit. You can see all of that. And so now it's like, okay, we've got an incredible number of creators, well over 100,000 creators on ConvertKit's platform now, and they're all going to be able to sell digital products directly. It's also going to be completely free. There's no, you don't even have to be a paying customer of ConvertKit. And so that's going to be really, really exciting. So yeah, I'm so excited. And let's answer some questions. I think we've got a few.
The first thing is completely free might be a little misleading. There will be the typical processing fee.
Yeah.
And so we'll be kind of on the lower end of the market in terms of what we charge in processing fees.
We'll charge 3.5%.
Yeah. So you'll charge 3.5%. And other than that, though, you can use it on the free plan. All of our free customers will have access. All of our paid customers will have access. And we're quite excited about that.
Yeah.
A couple of questions have already come in. Christian asks, Nathan, do you remember who your first customer was that made you that first dollar?
I do. It's actually one of the designers at 37 Signals, which was
that's cool.
Pretty wild. So yes, I remember exactly who it was.
That's awesome. I do not remember who my first online customer was. So I don't know if that makes me a bad creator or ungrateful, but I'm glad they asked you and not me. Second question is, will it be a full checkout / insert provider here replacement? That was from Daniel Wallace.
Yeah, so Daniel, it will be. So basically you'll be able to have your ConvertKit landing page or any sales page that you create somewhere. And then, when someone clicks the button to check out, you'll have a modal that's embedded in that page, or you can link to it directly. It functions a lot like Forms, that we have now. And so, be able to go through that checkout process and buy that digital product on your site, hosted by us, either way.
Hopefully you have some water there, Nathan. Great. Yeah, so very similar to a lot of products you're used to. This will be one of the other questions we got is what kinds of digital products will you be able to sell from Jen Granger? And really anything that can be downloaded as a file can be sold. So we think of that like albums, ebooks, printables, fonts, Lightroom presets, recipe books, like anything that can be given as a digital download can be sold through ConvertKit at launch. And then obviously we'll be listening to all of your feedback to see where we should go from there. But we're going to continue to focus on digital product sales will be the core of what this product is designed to do.
Yeah. I'm seeing a couple questions about Stripe accounts and processing and all of that. So from Joe and from Chris and others. So 3.5% is the credit card processing fee. We're not charging anything on top of that. It's not like, you sign up for a Stripe account or you sign up for something else and we're adding multiple fees in. It's just, that's the credit card processing fee. That's what we're charging. And so you don't need to set up a Stripe account or anything like that. Like ConvertKit Commerce is its own platform. It'll be integrated directly into the ConvertKit account that you already have. And basically you'll just go into your settings there and add your payout details and tax information and things like that.
That's great. A couple of people asked, and this kind of gets at what you were just talking about, am I going to also need a Stripe account or anything like that?
Nope, you won't. So you'll have a ConvertKit Commerce account and you'll get paid out through that. For those curious, we do have a long-term partnership with Stripe where they're powering some of the payouts and stuff like that behind the scenes. They actually power a lot of major platforms like Shopify Payments and plenty of others. But as far as you're concerned, it's all ConvertKit Commerce, and there's no additional fees or weird things like that.
Yeah. And the reason we do that is that really helps. Stripe are the experts, number one, in processing payments around the world, and number two, in preventing fraud. And so having that partnership allows us to do what we're great at and allows them to do what they're great at, but it'll all be seamless for you. Obviously, big question is, when will it be launched?
Yeah, so hold on, I'm gonna turn on this little waitlist banner again. There we go, because I have this new streaming software, so I might as well use it. So it'll launch to the first people on the waitlist, which convertkit.com/commerce. Go there, sign up, and it will launch to those groups starting July 15th. So
love it.
We're gonna do a slow release. We're not gonna turn it on for everybody. We're gonna work through the waitlist. As I'm sure everyone knows, a commerce product is a very complicated set of features. It's not easy. It's not like, oh, we'll just build this and flip it on and move on to the next thing. It's like, nope. We've allocated a whole team inside of the company. We've hired pretty aggressively to make that happen in order to build this out. So we're going to launch with a limited feature set to the waitlist and then keep expanding from there.
Love it. Hitting on limited feature set answers Robbie's question, which is, will there be the ability to have affiliates? And the answer to that up front, Robbie, will be no. We're really focused on just the creator customer transaction right up front. Might there be affiliates later? Potentially. We're not committing to any more big roadmap beyond selling and delivering digital products for right now. So if affiliates are really key to you selling products, this may not be the tool for you to get started with right now.
Yep.
Okay, there's another one here. Charlie on our team asked us, what are we, the two of us, going to be selling using ConvertKit Commerce?
I don't know yet. This has been, for the last 30 days, the thing that I've been trying to figure out of I have these products, the books and stuff that I've done before. I need to figure that out. I'm obviously moving all of those over from Gumroad onto ConvertKit Commerce, and then, we'll go from there. I'd love to launch something new. If you have an idea of something, a small product that you'd like me to make, not you, Barrett. I mean, the broader, then we'll go from there.
Love it. My end, I'm thinking kind of two things. One friend encouraged me to potentially do something that is just kind of for fun. And what we landed on there was a guide to getting started collecting sneakers, or a basic guide to the Jordan shoe line or something like that. By no means am I an expert in all of this. I like sneakers. I am not an expert. And so in a way, it would be kind of a research project for me. So I might go that direction, or I might kind of stick with the vein of all of my personal writing and work on my own site to begin with. And I have this email series I've been writing for my audience called the 8 things that contribute to meaningful work. And I'm thinking about turning that into a short book, ebook that you can buy on my site that I would obviously use ConvertKit Commerce for. So one of those 2 things I will launch when ConvertKit Commerce launches.
Yep. Charlie says you're pretty much an expert when it comes to sneakers. So pretty much is good enough, right?
Yeah, totally, for sure. Let's see. Chris Pinedo asks, is there a plan or option to have 0% processing fees? Why or why not?
Yeah, so that's just how the industry works. If there was a way to have 0% processing fees, we would do it. But Visa and MasterCard and others, they want their money. So 3.5% puts us as close as we can get to those credit card fees. We might be able to revisit that as we get to even higher volume. But that's something that I want to make really clear. A lot of platforms say no processing fees except for the credit card processing fees, which are 2.9, 3, 3.5, 5%, like that kind of range. And so what we're saying is basically that's all that we're charging is those fees, right? Because we have the ability that we make our money largely off of subscription revenue that, so many of you are already paying us. And so we're able to use that to build the platform, pay the team and all of that, and pass that savings on to you by not charging a platform fee and another, having these 2 percentages add together.
Yep, totally. Let's see. Next question is Vivian Gillen says, for what countries will it be available?
Yeah, that's another interesting world for us that we've been expanding into, right, is the cross-border money transfers and all this stuff. So we're going to launch in the United States to start, and then we'll expand pretty quickly. That's another reason that we get to, to partner with Stripe, right, is that they are helping us roll out country by country. So we'll probably go the US and then Canada and the UK next, and then just expand from there. There will be countries that, the payments networks don't support and things like that. And so it will be somewhat limited, but we'll get into most of the countries that ConvertKit supports, that Stripe supports, and then we'll go from there.
Love it. Okay. What about online courses from Kathy?
Yeah. For courses, we're staying focused on working with our partners, with Teachable and Thinkific and Podia and all of those. Courses have another range of the feature set, right? Of did someone watch this lesson? Did this other thing happen? And I think there's a lot of great platforms for that, and we're not headed that direction now. So, there's all kinds of stuff. I see Chris's question, are processing fees the same as transaction fees? For example, Teachable's starter plan has 5% transaction fees. Different companies use different terminology. This is where we're just saying the credit card fee, the transaction fee of just one thing of 3.5%. So there's no additional percentage fees on top of that.
Yep. Let's see. Mary asked, will ConvertKit host the content, or do we need to link the product from another source?
ConvertKit will host the content. You're welcome to link the product from another source as well. Like, actually, Barrett, this is something that you and I were riffing on of like, wait, you can actually sell access to a stream of any content, right? Because you could sell, it could be an ebook, but you could also sell an automation. Or it could be like an email course that you're selling or whatever else. So, just like when you're giving away a free ebook or something and you upload it to us, and other times you might have your opt-in incentive be a video that you're hosting privately on YouTube. Both of those are totally available, and you can go from there.
Yep, for sure. How about subscriptions? A bunch of people asked this, but Patrick Frank and Chuck Parrish, I think, were the first to ask.
Yeah. So basically in our first phase, launching July 15th, we'll have one-time sales. And then right after that, we're diving into building subscriptions. And so we're not quite sure how long that'll take. But subscriptions are coming soon. We want you to be able to sell newsletters. We want you to be able to sell, automations on a subscription recurring basis.
Yep. And really anything else. I think someone mentioned coaching. There's all kinds of things that you can do on a recurring basis. I think a lot of our marketing will focus on selling newsletter subscriptions. That's become more and more popular in the market. It obviously makes sense for our business since we started as an email company. So you'll see a lot of focus there when it comes to subscriptions. Someone asked, are there any integrations right off the bat, Thinkific, Teachable, et cetera? So we've always had integrations with Teachable, Thinkific, and other payment providers, and those will continue to exist. So if you use Patreon, Thinkific, Teachable, WooCommerce, Shopify, Gumroad, Sendal, any of the integrations that we have already, they're going to continue to exist. So one thing we're really, really excited about with this is if you already sell products in your business and you use one of the integrations that are live in ConvertKit today, you get all of your purchase reporting in one dashboard inside of ConvertKit. And you can see which products and which providers are you're selling products through right now, and it aggregates everything into your income. So ConvertKit in many ways will just become another place you're selling products. So let's say you were selling physical products on Shopify and digital on ConvertKit. All of that revenue is going to show up in one dashboard. So we'll have those unified metrics for you as long as you have your integrations hooked up. We think that's going to continue to make our reporting the go-to place really for your online business so that you understand exactly how healthy it is and exactly where your money is coming from.
Yep. And that's going to be huge, right? Because you could even have, you don't have to say migrate all your other products. Say like you really want to keep your courses on Teachable long-term, and that's great, but maybe you have some digital products on Gumroad or Sendal or something, and you're thinking of migrating those. You can launch your latest product on ConvertKit and have that one dashboard that's showing, the revenue from all of your sources in one place. And then later, if you decide to migrate something over, that's totally accessible. You've got all the historical data, all your reporting is good, and you don't have that problem of like, oh, well, I switched on, July 15th. And so now half that data is over there and the other half of the data is over here.
Yep, exactly. Kathy mentions that we don't integrate with her course platform. So Kathy, we'd love to hear what course platform you're using. We're always open to new integrations and we work with new partners regularly. So you might have two commerce accounts, one for your courses and one for digital products. And that's, again, I think that's the value of the unified reporting, that you'll have it all in one place. If you're just joining, maybe a little late, we announced that we are launching ConvertKit Commerce in July. It's coming soon. You can sign up for the beta waitlist at convertkit.com/commerce. And we expect that to be in high demand. So far, we've already had quite a response. So you can be one of the first to use it in the beta period if you sign up now, and we'll try and get everyone in there as fast as we can. Okay, more questions. Teddy asks, are we going to get some awesome new episodes on this show that will help us use this once it's launched?
Oh, yes. Yeah, of course. We're going to talk about it all the time. It'll just be really fun to tie it all in, right? We've been doing episodes teaching you guys things like getting into the details of what your subscription page should look like, your thank you page, and how it should sell a product. And we've had the hardest time keeping our mouths shut, being like, and soon that product will be able to sell on ConvertKit, right? Because if you think about it, if I'm driving traffic to a landing page, then on that thank you page, I'm promoting a product, and then the sales of that product are going to help pay for my traffic. And imagine that whole little funnel, that whole ecosystem happening right on ConvertKit, being really easy to set up. The automated emails that come from it, are right there in one platform. So yeah, we're going to do a ton of episodes about it. We're going to share all the details, and we'll do it with our own new products as well, of like using our own accounts as guinea pigs. And Angel mentioned in the chat, she's our fantastic webinar producer. She's going to be teaching a bunch of webinars about all of this as well.
Yep, totally. Let's see. Noah wanted to know, what is it that we will be testing and looking for before we release this to the general public? So yeah, Nathan, maybe get into a little bit of the thinking on why we do a beta period and what that does for our business as we go.
Yeah, so first, software is complicated. So there's just making sure that all of the bugs and quirks and all of that are worked out. But after that, probably the biggest thing is conversion rate. That's something that we pay a ton of attention to on our forms, making sure they load super fast, that they're mobile optimized, all of that kind of thing. And so we get to track across all transactions now. Okay, what's the conversion rate? How can we optimize that? And a lot of split testing and a lot of fine-tuned details to make sure that ConvertKit Commerce is the highest converting checkout form. So that'll be a really big thing. And then there will also just be, what features can we add? where can we go from there? Because, like just to be totally upfront, it won't have support for discounts, right on July 15th. That's one of the next things that we're adding along with recurring payments. So, we've got to build in a lot of that, and we have to make sure that we're launching with people who say, okay, I need this relatively simple functionality right up front. And the people who are saying, oh, I need all these bells and whistles. I need affiliates. I need discounts. I need recurring. I need all this stuff, that we're upfront with them that, hey, that's not there on launch day. That's going to take a little bit of time to come.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Shane asks, how will this impact support for the core product? I'll jump in here and talk a little bit about support. So, if you've been paying attention, or if you're in our Facebook group or a variety of other things, you've probably seen that, yes, we have had some support challenges at times. You probably saw it early in the company's history. If you were with us from the very beginning, we kind of had this growth phase we hit where we had to redo our support structure. And then recently we've been going through that again, where our volume of support requests has been very high. And that's not because of free, actually. It's largely because of just the existing customer base and a lot more people using the product and paying for it. And then free has a little bit of an impact on that. But what we're doing right now is we've been transitioning our support team structure from an independent contractor model that we've used for a long time to working with a partner who will allow us to continue to scale up from here to serve as many customers as we need to. And so if you've seen a little bit of a drop in support times or even maybe quality in the short term, that's as we hired 11 new people over the past 2 weeks onto the support team, and they're getting trained up, they're getting ramped up, and they're really learning the platform. So I wanted to address that because I'm sure a lot of you have experienced it. It's going to continue to get better. And then as far as how we're going to support this product, it'll be the exact same. This is a part of the ConvertKit platform. This is a part of our core product. So we'll continue to train our team up so that they know how to support you, whether it's email, landing pages, or on the commerce side.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, I saw a question in there from Chris. So there will be sales pages, like landing pages? Yes. So basically, actually, Charlie already jumped in the chat. Our team, as you can tell from the chat, is just as excited about this as everybody else. You'll be able to turn any landing page into a sales page. So whether that's something really streamlined and focused that you're doing, right, where you just say, hey, buy this thing and you want to link to it, or you want to put it on a thank you page. Or we're also working on some templates that work better as long form sales pages. So I'm actually going to be working to convert, some of my somewhat famous long form, heavily designed sales pages over to ConvertKit landing pages long term, because I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, it's really exciting. You've always had really well-designed sales pages. I think you kind of set the standard during your era of digital product creation, which has passed, by the way. Our era has passed. We are now in a new era of digital product creation and sales. But you can think of any of our landing page templates. The form area is what you would replace with the product sale area. And then on thank you pages, one habit we see for creators who are successful in turning kind of casual readers or viewers or listeners into customers is using this concept of an upsell. And typically when someone takes one action, like subscribing to your email list, they're often ready to take another action right then because they're really tuned into what you're doing. And so having a product available on your thank you page, especially an entry-level product that is maybe a little bit lower priced, is a great next step for someone who's just subscribed to your email list. So that'll be coming as well, where you can sell them on your thank you pages.
Yeah.
All right. Song Notes had a question. For selling digital products, like videos especially, are there file size limits that will exist?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know that I'm sure there will be file size limits. I don't know the details on that yet. So we'll figure some of that out. You'll always be able to say, put a video on Wistia or Vimeo or something and pull that in. And we'll figure out long-term where it takes us. Video, which is where the biggest file size limitations are, right? That takes us more into the course space. And that's really not where we're going. We're looking for these digital download products or, things delivered over email, with that being our sweet spot. Anything you'd add there?
Yeah, one thing I'd add here is that while we won't be moving towards courses as much, we will be looking to support things like documentaries and films. And so we'll have to get into file size management and things like that over time. So you can expect our team to be doing some thinking on how to best deliver things like films, documentaries, shorts, things that the creative community are creating that aren't serial courses that you have to go through a bunch of different videos on.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Yuki and Neil have questions about VAT and taxes. These are two different things. VAT is obviously applicable outside of the US. So Yuki asked, will ConvertKit take care of VAT like Gumroad does for the digital downloads? And Neil asks, will the charging of taxes be possible for digital goods since this is growing across jurisdictions?
Yeah, and that's something that we'll definitely dive into. We won't have it at launch. So officially you'll be responsible for sorting those things out. But over time, we'll work with more partners. We're looking at an integration with TaxJar, where we handle all of that for you and figuring out everything. So we don't have it yet, and that won't be one of the first features, but it's something. Basically, in our mission to help creators earn a living, we've got to take care of all those little details so that you can just focus on building a great product and getting it out to your fans.
That's right. Okay, last question that we've got so far. Feel free to keep going. We're here for the long run, so continue to ask them. But Ryan Demetz asks, will the sales pages be AMP ready? You want to touch on just what AMP is, Nathan, and whether we're going to focus on that?
Yeah, so Google AMP is what they refer to it on the street as, and that is these mobile optimized quick loading pages, and we'll definitely dive into that as well. Especially a lot of tests around what gets absolutely the best conversion rates and dive in there. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes on fraud, payments, customizing the form based on what device someone's using, supporting Apple Pay and Android Pay, or Google Pay, all of those. And so we'll be diving into all of that and making sure that it supports Google AMP and just making sure that it gets the highest checkout, highest conversion rates possible. Because at this point, it's exactly tied to money.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Chanel asks, will it be included in current pricing plans or is it an upgrade thing? I know people have been joining us throughout, so just quick review. I feel like I'm on live radio right now. If you're just joining us today, the big announcement is that ConvertKit is launching ConvertKit Commerce July 15th. Sign up for the beta list at convertkit.com/commerce. Our pricing structure will be that it's included. You can access the feature in any plan, the free plan or the paid product. And our pricing will be for every, let's say you sell a $10 product, we will take 3.5% of that sale as our cut. That is inclusive of credit card processing fees. So there will not be credit card processing plus our fee. It's just the flat 3.5% of every purchase that you make there.
Yep.
So on a $100 sale, that would be $3.50.
Yep. Yeah, to be clear, there is the 30 cent fee as well. So
yeah, 3.5% plus 30 cents. That's basically just so that if you sell like a 99-cent product, we don't end up paying for all of your processing.
Right. And because Visa just makes us pay directly. Yeah.
Yes, delightful. Oh man, it's this whole industry. We're not going to get into it, but yeah. Let's see. Heather asks, can you hint if any affiliate programming will be coming in the future? This is really exciting. I'm going to answer this from two angles. So are we going to promote this to our affiliates, and will affiliate support for your products exist? I'll take the second one first. We're not sure. My guess is that because of the role affiliate marketing plays in our space, in this world of creators, that eventually we will get to adding affiliate support. We're not sure what that will look like. We're not sure when it will happen. If you're counting on affiliate support to sell your products, I would not recommend starting off with ConvertKit. Like if that's your primary marketing channel, it's more important to us that you continue to earn a living than that you use this product right up front. So I want to say that up front. And then in terms of you promoting commerce as one of our affiliates, yes, we'll have plenty of assets coming in terms of you promoting the product, and we'll get into that more with that audience. So if you're already signed up for an affiliate, stay tuned for more details there.
Sounds good. I'd love to hear from everyone tuning in. What do you plan to sell, right? You joined the waitlist, convertkit.com/commerce. Are you ready to launch something? You got something queued up soon? What do you want to sell? Just drop that in the chat. Is an ebook, a song, digital downloads? Could be coaching, right? You're just selling access to your time. Maybe it's even podcast sponsorships, right? If you're doing that and you're saying, hey, it's $500 to sponsor a podcast, you can process that through ConvertKit payments right there. All those things. I'd love to hear from y'all.
Yeah, we'd love to see that in the chat. And as we kind of start to wind down here, one thing I do want to highlight is this show in particular. You'll notice we know for a fact most of you have not tuned in live before, which is awesome. That was why we made the announcement on the show. This is actually episode 56 of The Future Belongs to Creators. The name is reflective of what we believe is true about this industry, that it's just getting started. We're kind of still in the early days of digital product sales and creators as a market. We want to continue to fuel that. We want to be teachers and mentors, and also just co-learners, co-conspirators in your journey to earn a living as a creator. That's why we do this show. We do it every Monday and every Friday. It's live at noon Pacific on YouTube. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can get it there. If you pay attention to Nathan and I on Twitter, we always tweet the link. Fridays are Q&A Friday, where you can ask questions just like you've been doing throughout this show. And we'd love a bunch of you to come back and tune in regularly with us. We think it's pretty good. And then, of course, you can find it in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever podcasts are sold.
Hey, soon,
joke for free.
Soon we will be selling access to pod. Like you totally could, right? You know, yeah. It'll work. Seriously though, if you go to futurebelongstocreators.com, I'll drop that in the chat. Then we've got all the links to everything to subscribe. And then there's even, this is where I'm going to get salesy right here. There's a link to add it to your calendar. And so if you do that, then you'll get a notification 5 minutes before the show goes live on Mondays and Fridays. So you can come hang out with us. That's as salesy as I get.
Someone asked if I was going to sell a string of the audio transitions I do to the last segment of the show. So the other thing I should say is we always start with how you doing, little Joey Tribbiani at the beginning.
That's right.
Green. We get into our topic of the day for most of the episode, and then at the end I do a little jingle like do 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 creator of the day, and then we go into Nathan and I each sharing a creator of the day. It's usually a highlight of a customer or other creator that we really respect or look up to their work, and then we finish out with a thought of the day. So that's kind of the format of the show, if you see some of those inside jokes going through the chat.
Oh man, I wonder, so if you had Adam's our wonderful podcast editor, cut those together, just a bunch of individual MP3s, what, $5 for the collection, $10, you know? Like how many people would buy that? If that was the first thing you launched on ConvertKit Commerce, I know there would be at least 11 people that would think that's the coolest thing ever.
Audio clips for your podcast soundboard.
Oh man.
Okay, we better wrap this up because we're going off the rails here. We have our largest live audience ever, so I don't want to blow it.
Okay, so normally we'd go to creator of the day. We could do something corny. Our creator of the day is you know, because you're now going to create amazing things. But I did wear a specific shirt today that I want to talk about for a second. So for anyone who's listened to the show for a while, you know that Barrett and I go way back to summer 2012 at a conference called the World Domination Summit in Portland, Oregon, put on by our friend and now customer Chris Guillebeau. And that event was actually supposed to happen this weekend. Barrett, I would have been, I don't know,
coming
crashing on your couch or something this weekend. That's obviously not happening. We're doing this instead. But, you know, when we think back to the conversations we had then where you and I were both at in our journey, like really learning about digital products and building our audiences, you know, I think we both like barely had email lists. We were just getting going. When I was looking in my closet this morning, I saw this Adventure Awaits t-shirt from WDS, and it felt like the appropriate thing of like coming full circle to now we've fully got the platform that everyone is going to sell their products on. They're going to fully earn a living on. And, you know, when I just think about what it means as a creator, it's just like, well, adventure awaits. Let's go. This is the next step in the journey, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. If y'all can't tell, I mean, I know we've been kind of goofy. That's who we are, number one. But we love this work. We love y'all. We're so thankful to get to serve you. And we have our hiccups along the way. Like we have business challenges scaling just like anyone, but this work is so personal to us, and allowing everyone to be able to sell products on the platform is going to be something that I know we'll look back on as a turning point in the company, a turning point for a lot of different creators. And I don't know, I couldn't be more excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's just a continuance of our journey right alongside y'all. So thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that's it for today. We'll see you Friday at noon Pacific. See y'all later.
Bye.